Welcome to Mexico City. Well, wait a minute. Maybe it's not Mexico City. Well, we ran into a little bit of problems from our initial flight out of Tucson. Evidently, the plane on its way in had sustained a little bit of damage, so they canceled the flights afterwards and had to reroute us through Hermosillo. But thanks to American Airlines for making everything right and getting us on our vacation. Greetings from Mexico City again. So we just climbed up to the Castillo de Chapultepec. A lot of big hill. Unfortunately, I didn't capture any video of our trip to the castle, but just a little background. It's the only royal castle located in North America, and it was used as a residence by the Emperor Maximilian I during the Second Mexican Empire. The castle itself is located in Chapultepec Park. There's a lot of stuff to do there. There's a lake for paddle boating and stuff, and tons of vendors to shop. So if you get a chance, book several hours out and enjoy the afternoon there.
Pretty cool place over here in the park. A lot of shopping, really good prices. So, anyways, just wanted to show what this is like out here. So, Lena, if you watch this video later, here's your stuff. Oh no, Grandma said you like this stuff. Alright, well I'm going to sign out, but I would just share a little bit about where we were in the park. See you later. Well, I'm winded. It's because I just climbed to the top of the Pyramid de Sol. I don't know how big it is, but how tall it is. But that's the bottom. Somewhere down there is my mom, Sherry, right down there.
The pyramids are located about an hour outside the city. You can get there by bus or Uber. We did Uber to get out there. That was about $60, I think. We did the bus to get back. That was about $1. Highly recommend doing the bus because it's pretty much door to door from the northern terminal in the city. There's a lot to do out there. I would probably plan for half a day. There's restaurants when you're done. There's a lot of vendors selling stuff. But anyways, again, there's two pyramids, the moon and the sun. I only climbed the sun. I was a little bit worn out by the time I made it to the top and got down. Pyramid of the Sun is about 216 feet. I don't know how tall the other one is, but again, plan for several hours and enjoy the afternoon. All right, how fitting. Look at that nice, beautiful sky up there. So this is actually what I've been waiting to come see here. So finally excited I'm getting the opportunity to tour here. So as you can see, we're at the Basilica de Guadalupe. And I have faith in myself that I will be able to climb up the hill since I just climbed up the pyramids. So this one's the old basilica. This one's a new basilica. I'll keep it on for a little bit and let you experience what we're seeing out here right now. All right, Mom, I know you wanted to go to Medjugorje and you couldn't, so this has to be your other pilgrimage that you decided to do.
Yeah.
Medjugorje, what's that?
The one in, where's that one in? Croatia?
Croatia. I want to go to Croatia.
Well, I'll leave this on, see if we can keep it on as we walk inside. I don't know if technically it's inappropriate to film inside. So for those that are not familiar with the significance of the basilicas, these date back to the 1300s, I believe it is, when the Virgin Mary appeared before Juan Diego, who was a peasant in Mexico City, and She appeared to him 4 times, and she instructed him to speak to the bishop of Mexico City and tell him that she wanted a church built on that rock where the apparition was. Anyhow, I'm not going to go into the entire story of it, but you can read about it online. But I'll add that it is a important pilgrimage for a lot of Mexicans that they take annually, and the basilica itself is the second most visited basilica in the world, aside from St. Peter's in the Vatican City. The next video you're going to see is the actual chapel on the top of the hill where the Virgin Mary actually appeared. Now I want you to take a look at this a little bit more closely when they come to a dual screen. On the video to the right, it's a little bit more prominent, and then you'll see it more on the one on the left. But there was nothing funny about this, but look at the little blue orbs that are floating around in there. I don't know what it is. I'm not making any claims to what it is, but those that believe in the supernatural will tell you that those are significance of those are little spirits that are floating around in there. So take it for what you want, but watching the end here on the video on the left, you'll see it a little bit more prominent on the lady's skirt. It's a big blue dot that flashes. And then last, this is the actual shroud that Juan Diego gave to the bishop.
All right, so I thought we would go ahead and share a little. Why not fit more people in the car with us? So we've got our driver. Alberto, our driver here. This is how many people we could fit in a Mexican taxi. We got Sherry, me, my dad,
His mom.
Sylvia wave in the back. So all this in a Nissan Sentra.
Okay, you gotta get up on it.
I think my mom's legs falling asleep because.
No, that's much better.
All right, coming to you live again. This time we're in the Zocalo district in downtown Centro. So let's see, get you a little look of Mexico City. 4th most populous city in the world, 2nd in the Americas.
The most crowded place in the entire world.
More populous than New York City.
So Zocalo is the district that's located in the main center of town here. So basically the center of Mexico City. It's in that area you'll see the National Palace where the president is, the Metropolitan Cathedral. There's tons of shopping. There's museums, restaurants. I mean, there's a lot of stuff to do there. You could definitely spend an entire afternoon in the Zocalo area. I don't recommend staying in there. At first I was going to book our hotel there, but then someone had told me it'd be like the equivalent of staying on Wall Street. I said, I guess in that area everything becomes a ghost town at night, so I would probably opt for other areas. We stayed in La Roma. There's also La Condesa, but the apartment that we rented on Airbnb was located right in the middle. So anyways, message me and I can give you more details about that. But anyways, we spent an afternoon in Zocalo and we liked it so much we went back on our last day to hang out there a little bit more.
How do you say Bellas Artes in English?
Pretty beautiful arts.
Yeah, beautiful art. So singers come here, right? Dancers.
Like the audience on the stage. It's like the park downtown.
This is the Palacio de Bellas Artes. It's a cultural center in Mexico City that holds a lot of events with music, dance, theater, opera, literature, all kinds of things. So.
Okay, let's see what this is here. Huh. Okay, I guess there's this guy's art.
And we just came across this little art display here, and I took video for my fellow horror writers at Seton Hill University. So I don't know what it was, but it was pretty gory, I guess. Sorry I didn't get you a close-up of it, but it was a bunch of dolls with a bunch of blood and gore and guts and stuff like that. But anyways. This is the Metropolitan Cathedral in Mexico City. This was high on my list to see here. I didn't get a lot of pictures. Actually, I didn't get any pictures inside, but very, very beautiful church built in the Baroque era. Let's see, I think it was completed in the 1800s. I think it was started in the 1500s, but very, very grand inside. A lot of big stone pillars reminiscent of ones that you would see in Italy. So if you want to see the inside, I'm sure you can find a lot of photos on the internet. But anyways, this is right in the square next to the presidential palace.
We walked all that way.
It's gonna hyperventilate.
Xochimilco, spelled Xochimilco. Highly recommend you add this to your agenda. It's about 30 minutes outside the city. I want to say we maybe spend $10 to get out there on Uber. Tell your driver you want to go to the Embarcadero in Xochimilco. The municipal pier is where you want to go. You can get on these, what they call trajineras, in several different places. But if you go to the other ones, aside from the municipal pier, you have to negotiate your rate, and you'll probably pay a lot more. If you go to the municipal one, it's 350 pesos for an hour for as many, up to 20 that you can get on the boat. We paid, and it's again 350 pesos for 1 hour, which is about $17. We paid 1,200 pesos, but we had it for 2.5 hours. But vendors come up beside you for food, for jewelry, for music. So it's a great experience. Like I said, the 350 pesos, if you did it that way, was I think like $17. So it's a steal. So hit me up if you have any questions, but it was a great experience, and I highly recommend that to anybody going to Mexico City. This is the Isla de las Muñecas, or Island of the Dolls. According to legend, a man had discovered a little girl who had drowned mysteriously in the canals. He also found a doll floating nearby. So what he did to honor her is he hung it on the fence, but evidently there's spirits that cry out in the night, so other people have hung dolls there for the little girl to help quell the noises of the spirits. So a little freaky, but nonetheless, this is part of the tour.
Buenos dias, everybody. As you can see, I'm standing in the calle de la Reforma, in front of the Ángel de la Independencia, through the middle of downtown today to get a better look of the city. It's a nice day today. It's supposed to be sunny. It's our last day in the city. So I think we're gonna head out, do a little shopping today, and then we're supposed to head out to Garibaldi Square or something like that with our cousin and have some lunch, list of some mariachis. Hey,
Plaza Garibaldi is about 5 minutes away from the cathedral in downtown. It's known as Mexico City's home to mariachi music. You can go there any day of the week and tons of mariachis playing. You can hire them to come to your table and play like you see we did here. Highly recommend you do it on the weekend. We did it on a Monday and it wasn't as crowded, but I was told it's standing room only during the weekend. So definitely try to stop by and visit this on one of your trips. Well, this wraps up our trip to Mexico City. It was an experience I'll never forget, and I actually look forward to heading back there again. It was a chance for me to visit the birthplace of my father, so like I said, it had been on my bucket list for a long time, but with all the stuff you hear about going on in Mexico, I had put it off until I felt safe going down there. But just word to anybody heading or thinking about going to Mexico City, 100% safe. Never at all did I feel threatened. So definitely a must-do for those that want to experience Mexican culture.